Good day, everyone. We are group NasaANN, and first I would like to introduce our group. So first, I am Jezryl Jaeger, El Garcia, the moderator of the group, and beside me is Miss Ishii Seika. Next is Mr. John Alvin L. Sayson. Next is Miss Princess Angeline O. Lacatango, Miss Fritchie and C. Tajaran, Mr. Richard Jarvis B. Danao, and last but not the least, Mr. Mark Emmanuel L. Vargas. So, our our problem question is, what can we recommend to the group to assert or to assure the attendance and the participation of the group members? So first, I would like to ask you, what do we know about the nature of our problem? How do we understand it? Who first? Let us focus on who are involved. Yes, Mr. Sayson.
Since the problem is about the attendance and the participation, I think the only people involved would be the group members themselves.
Are there any more follow-ups? If none, what I would like to ask, what freedom do we have in terms of the problem? Yes, Ms. Nakatamo.
I think as long as it doesn't trespass the personal life of the members, anything else can be considered.
Anything else about the freedom, area of freedom, ideas? Then related to the question of area of freedom, how much how much compromise should compromise should we have? Yes, Miss Ishii.
I think as long as the decision we come up with is fair on all parties, we can compromise.
Are there any more grounds for compromise? So, if none, then I would like to ask, what do we really like to achieve in this group discussion? Mr. Danao.
I guess we need to provide the group with the best solution in order for them to achieve their best output.
Yes, Mr. Vargas.
To add on that, I think it is in line with the goal of the group is to reduce the absences and the lack of participation of the members.
Any more? Anything else? So, this is an important question. How do we feel towards the problem? About the attendance of the group? About Anne going missing and not being able to do those things that she promised to do? Yes, Miss Tajaran.
I think some of the group members will be worried because they can come up with unsatisfactory output and they may not achieve their goal.
Anything else about it? Okay.
I think there is also the burden and the pressure of the other groupmates since they would have to do the job that Anne has promised to do but hasn't done.
So, what are the things that we find wrong in the problem presented in the situation presented to us? What are those problems that we found or find? Okay, Mr. Sayson.
In regards to participation, I think that the actual work done is actually less in amount than the expected amount of work done by the group.
For how about the attendance and participation? Can you answer some of the problems presented or things wrong with the attendance and participation of the group? Yes, Mr. Vargas.
I think it was indicated in the scenario that there's a problem with the with the absences or lack of attendance of the members of the group, particularly at
please emphasize about the attendance first. If there is nothing to be emphasized, then for attendance, then for the participation. What did Anne? How about the participation of Anne? Yes, Mr. Katang.
It was stated that Anne was supposedly going to do a task that she agreed upon doing, but it seems that she wasn't able to do some of it because of other matters.
Because of the problems presented, how serious do you think is the problem for the members? Yes, Ms. Tajaran.
I think it is a very serious situation for all the members because it involves their academic grade, which plays an important part for them as a student.
Any more comments about the seriousness of seriousness of the problem? And nothing else, then what seems to be causing these problems? What are the obstacles?
I guess we can consider time as one of the obstacles since Anne's work may be considered regarding that she can work during the night, which when meetings usually happen. So I guess that could be considered.
Anything else?
Another point to be considered is the location of the meeting. For example, Anne is working in a far place compared to the meeting place. Then if she's tired, she might decide that she won't be able to go because she's tired.
Anything else?
Another one would be transportation, since if Anne would be really living from a faraway place, then it would require transportation costs, which encompasses finances.
How about the members' interest? Are there any conflicts? Because the interest of members may also be an obstacle or a problem or a cause of the problem rather. Mr. Sayson.
I don't think that there will be any conflicts on the interests of the people because all of them agreed to do the work that they had been given.
Yes, Mr. Vargas.
And there was no indication of any interest conflict in the scenario given.
But what are the possible, since there was no given circumstance or conflict of interest in the problem, what do you think are possible sources of in other realities? What do you think are the other conflicts of interest of members? Mr. Sayson.
I think there would be a problem regarding if the way that they want to do to achieve the group goal. It's possible that there are some people that may not agree to do that because they think that their way is better than the other.
Anything else or other follow-ups regarding the conflict of interest? Ms. Lacatango.
We might also consider the involvement of the members because some members might not care about this project as much compared with other members that, if we say so, are grade conscious, so they would put in much effort compared to the others.
So, I think given this problems and giving the causes or obstacles, I think we should have a rest and think of the possible solutions that we should suggest later. So, please stand by and please watch this commercial.
So
I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city and I broke down crying. 4 years, no calls. Now you're looking pretty in a hotel bar, and I can't stop.
Wait, wait.
Going back, we have already presented the problems, the possible causes and obstacles. So now we are now inclined to the solutions. So let us now go to the question. What possible solutions can we suggest to the group regarding attendance and participation? Yes, Ms. Lacatango.
There could be two different times of meetings. One would occur during the day and one would occur during the night, so that whenever one or some members would be available during the day, since they have other matters to do during the night, and they could attend during that time, and anybody else would attend during the night. And then whatever would be discussed during those times would be posted in a Facebook group or sent through a group message, so that anybody would be updated.
Any more solutions? Miss Ishii?
I think we can assign most of the group work to the members, those who are actually involved in the group activity. And if Anne or other members was not coming to the group work so often, minimum a part of group work so that they can finish it even though they are busy.
Okay, so other suggestions? Yes, Ms. Tajaran.
We could give punishments and incentives. Punishments to those group members that participate less or didn't participate at all, and incentives to those members that participate more compared to others.
Are there any more? So we have already presented three. Mr. Vargas.
The members can just dismiss the work of those members that don't meet the standard of the group. So in the final output of the group, the works that are not completed will not be included, and their work is as is.
Any more? So we can proceed to the next. Okay, so now let us present the criteria. What criteria should we consider for these problems? Yes, Mr. Sayson.
I think that the possible criteria for evaluating the solutions would be the time, the workload that the group members will be doing, the applicability of the solutions presented, and then the expected output, rather its quality after the solution.
Okay, so given this criteria, we shall now evaluate the four solutions presented. So for the first, let us consider the different time and different location solution by Ms. Lacatango.
I guess the criteria regarding time would be applicable to this kind of solution, since it encompasses two different times, which would let the other members attend depending on their schedule. However, though, the quality of the output would still depend on whether they would attend. And lastly, applicability of the solution would apply to the attendance of the members, which is part of the problem.
Does it already encompass all the criteria presented?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so next, let us now go to the different, the division of task solution by Ms. Ishii.
I think distribute workload differently to those who are actively involved and not. That will enable the members to finish their work.
So it is a positive on the time criteria.
Yes.
So how about the other criteria? The quality of output, the applicability. Is it always applicable?
I think so.
What for the quality of the output, projected quality of output, how do you think will the output be, given that there is an imbalance in the assignment of tasks. There are easier tasks given to those who are not greatly involved in the group meeting or the group project or activity. Mr. Vargas.
Since the work will be divided, the coordination of the work will be low, thus resulting to a work unsync, and its quality will be not so good, but uh, in an average level.
Okay, so now we now go to the third solution by Ms. Tajaran, the punishment and incentives. So what can we say about the punishment and incentives, the pros and cons, and the pros and cons for the different criteria? First, the time.
Those who are not, those who have free time that doesn't really comply with the group mates can be given punishment because we can get their schedule and check if they're really free so that we can set a meeting wherein all the members are all the members can go to the meeting.
For the incentives,
Um, Incentives will be given or higher grades to those who comply more compared to those who are.
so it will give a positive output for the time. The workload might possibly get finished early. So after time, we have applicability. Applicability of the punishment and incentive solution.
I think it is applicable to all members, and we can consider it as a fair solution. We can do our work little by little or step by step with those little time that can.
Okay, anything else? About how about the quality of output, projected quality for the method or the solution?
I think it would make a good quality of output since um, it will become a motivation. It will motivate the members to finish their output early so that they can have their incentives.
Most of the things that I have heard from this solution is positive. How about other cons or other disadvantages of the solution? Does it have any disadvantage or cons?
Once a punishment is given to a member, the member might lose its fate for the group. For example, I won't attend the meeting because I was given a punishment. I don't trust my group mates anymore. So punishments might increase the chance of absence.
Might. Okay, so anything else for the punishment and incentives? If none, then we shall proceed to the fourth solution, Mr. Vargas.
Uh, with the dismissal of the unfinished work and or the incorrect ones, regarding the what's the
Time.
regarding time, it will be depend. It will depend uh, on the on the rate the project will be finished because some of the works will be dependent on the other work will be unsubmitted, which is because it is unfinished or incorrect, and or it will be finished early because the work that are incorrect and unsubmitted will not be considered in the final output. Regarding the quality of work, surely it will have a low quality because of it will be an incomplete final output. And the
Applicability.
the
Applicability.
the applicability of the dismissal of some works will it's applicable in all kinds of situations since it is easy to apply.
Okay, so since we have done the evaluation for the different solutions, now we go to the uh, I have a question. Are the presented solutions possible to combine, or should all the presented solutions are to be implemented as one?
For me, the first three solutions, the one that there will be different times and places for the meetings, punishment and incentive form, and then the distribution of workload. They can be combined since they they can be look at different perspective. Then it's up to the group if they will agree to apply those three. However, the fourth one that they will deny or dismiss that there's a problem. I guess it's not because we have determined that the problem is a serious one and it should be solved immediately.
Anything else? If none, then what do you, among the presented solutions, what do you think should be scrapped? What should be removed? Ms. Lacatango.
I guess the fourth solution.
Is everyone in agreement? The fourth solution. So we only have the three. So let us all reevaluate the given solutions. How well will these solutions work after how well does these solutions work? Ms. Lacatango.
I guess implementing the three solutions would increase the participation and attendance of the members. Firstly, because the difference of the time meetings would actually increase the possible attendance of the members since they would have higher chances of attending the meetings, thus answering the problem regarding the attendance. The distribution of the workload thus answers the one regarding the participation since it actually distributes the tasks in a manner in which it can be done by all members. And then lastly, the punishment and incentive solution would also be involving the participation of the members since it somehow urges them to work harder since it gives them the knowledge that if they finish this assigned task on time, they would have an incentive regarding the task.
Okay, so now, given the re-evaluation, what do you think is the best solution for the problem presented regarding attendance and participation? Ms. Nakatang.
I guess it's the involvement of the three aforementioned solutions, the first three.
Okay, so it has been expounded many times already that the complex of the three will provide the best solution. So now, is everyone in agreement that the complex of three solutions will provide the best solution? Can we have a raise of hands for those who agree? Okay, so everyone is in agreement. So now let us go to the implementation. How will we implement this, the complex of the three solutions? Who will monitor, or who and how will it be monitored? Mr. Sayson.
I suggest that since there would be two meetings with the day and the night, there should be two leaders that will be arranging for the meeting, and they will be the one to compile the outputs. And since the solution included a suggestion that what has been discussed for a meeting will be posted somewhere, I guess the group leaders will be the one to collect all the information gathered during the meetings.
Mr. Vargas.
I think the one who leads the group should not be called leader, but facilitator, because the term leader will cause confusion within the group. Facilitator or officer in charge of the meetings.
Anything else, Mr. Danao?
So for the punishment and incentive solution, there should be someone who is in charge in deciding what to do with the member who does not comply and comply with the rules agreed upon.
Are there any papers or black and white involved, Ms. Lacatango?
I guess it would be better if there would be evaluation forms regarding the activities that would be done for each member.
So what criteria would be included in this evaluation form?
Attendance, and the number of times they attend in a meeting, their suggestions about how they are active, involving in the way they speak, and how they comply with what kind of tasks are given to them. And I think it would be a great bonus if it would be mentioned if they do the tasks earlier than the said deadline.
Anything else? Anything else for the implementation? If none, final question. Do you think that given these processes for implementation, will it ensure the success or the achievement of our goal, which is to minimize the absences and boost the participation of the members? Okay, so final words before we end this discussion. Mr. Sayson.
I think with this problem and for any other, rather the solution and any other solutions that were presented right now, I think that there is not a clear-cut way to solve the problem. It is more on the participation of the member themselves if they will be following the rules that are given by their, say, their officer in charge. So I think it's more on the discipline of the member rather than the implementation of the solution.
Last words. Mr.
So
Danao.
I guess it's fun to have a enjoyable environment between the group. So to increase participation and attendance, have time to enjoy each other's company.
Any more words, last words? If none, then I would like to end this. I would like to end this discussion. And I hope you learned something new from the things that we said. And I hope that this solution will able to help solve the problem of Anne's group about attendance and participation.
I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city in a broke down car and 4 years no calls. Now you're looking pretty in a hotel bar and